Well, welcome to the Quantum Healer. I'm your host, Reverend Dr. Tracey Allshafer, and I'm here with Makiko, who is a Reiki Master and a healer in Cranberry, New Jersey.
Now, why it's not harmful? Because I get all sorts of question about this energy. Because this energy, if you are attuned, right, the master, or like you said, naturally attuned people, they are almost always pouring from the source energy. The source energy is the one to create the divine template. That is when we are most at ease, right? So compared to dis-ease, at ease. But this is the most at ease because it's a divine blueprint, right? Template.
Yeah.
So that is the energy. So that is kind of projecting out. And then you are here, the person is here, whether they're going to receive or reject. It's totally up to them, free will choice.
Yeah.
So it's always, you cannot harm with Reiki if you're really pouring from the authentic Reiki energy. This is just really creating, hey, this is your blueprint. This is your divine template. Would you like to put it yourself into realign, balance, bringing everything to unity, right, at ease. So to me, the Reiki is like a unity point where the balance come together. Same thing as a yoga practice, yes, the balance. It's a unity practice. It's a unity light. So this is how you are doing to the people who come. This is why the person is so much at ease. Sometimes the client with tear, right? Because waiting, wanted this, coming together so bad, and then now it happened. And it's very satisfactory sensation, I guess, experience for both of us when that happened. And even though I know it's not my doing, it is, the clients and the energy of Reiki is doing, it's really nice to see the person being happy.
Yeah. When you see somebody get off the table, some people stand out to me. I had a client once come in, and he was former military.
Oh.
And he was dealing with a lot of energy, and he came in, and he was very dense, very heavy, very sad. And I finished the treatment, and I thanked him, and his eyes just lit up when he sat up, and he was a whole other person.
Yes.
And he was just like, you could feel all the protective stuff from whatever the traumas and the things that he had been through. It just softened, and he opened up, and he smiled, and it was almost like the first time he had smiled.
Yeah.
And it was such a dramatic shift, and I really was just, wow. He was open, he was ready, he didn't know me. It was kind of a cold call situation, so we wound up, but that energy just exchange really was
That's beautiful.
happening. And I'm sure you can.
I'm so happy.
This little rose quartz wants to be friends.
Yes. Yes.
So let's talk about what the attunements are, so people understand. When you're having a Reiki session, there are different levels here,
Yes.
anyway. So what is an attunement? What does that mean? And explain that in the levels, because people
Understand. Yeah.
there's different types of practitioners.
Yeah. Again, attunement is attunement, right? Attune. It is almost like a musical instrument. You tune up, correct? It's exactly what it is. We need it to be tuned up. So what? To produce a beautiful music, exactly. a lot of time, throughout environment and history of things, the thoughts, and we start to not in alignment. So just simple term is attunement. It's really the alignment. When we talk about the Reiki attunement and specifically attune for Reiki energy to flow through you, so that is what it is. Now there are the different levels. The level 1 is called Earth sequence. So it focuses on lower chakra.
Did you say earth sequence?
Earth. Yeah, Earth sequence. So it's the Earth energy. It is really energy to solidify you are here now energy. You are here at a present moment. So it is an initiation of the level. What happened is a lot of people's root chakra is being blocked. Whatever the reason, could be trauma, or could be sometime that surgical or injury does that to you. Okay, and that is very important to open and heal sometime. So that's a level 1 attunement. It is to bring the earth energy into you. This is a shamanic work also. A lot of shaman is called shaman are the people who are be able to connect to the land, and be able to bring the land to arrive or actually transfer to other place. That's really the shaman work. It's really deep, but the other one connect themselves to the land and others, right? So Reiki level 1 is very much that. To become like a shaman, but it's better. It's very in a beginner level. So you and then earth are anchored. It's very important. Also, a lot of people may not know the level 1, the root chakra. Mostly they address the root chakra is opposite end of the crown chakra. It actually the pair. Okay, so that's why open like this, but it is actually one chakra system. By opening the root chakra, you actually connect to the crown. So it's really important initiation. So that's level 1. Okay. Level 2 is address the second component, which is this more close to the solar plexus. Okay. So that is I am part. It is bring the energy of the sun to yourself. So now you're connecting earth and sun, right? That is a level 2 attunement. And you're able to expand who you are and provide to others. So this is why once you finish the level 2, you'll be able to provide Reiki to others. Because at this point, by opening this upper chakra, well, it's still middle, but it's a middle chakra, you start to opening the heart chakra. This is a healing chakra, and you'll be able to extend your energy to others, not just to your loved one, but others.
So in level 1, you are allowed to practice on yourself. Would you say plants and animals as well? Or no?
You can. So plants are in sacral.
Okay.
So once you deal with level 1, I would say it's not a bad idea to do level 2 and do plant. Sometimes plants will heal you more than you think you're healing them because they are super intelligent. But if you're serious about wish to heal the elemental plants, animal, I really strongly suggest wait until level 2.
Okay. It's interesting. My very first Reiki teacher said we could work on plants and animals with level 1.
Okay.
But there are also different schools of Reiki here.
I'm not saying you can you can't do anything really, but that's something I would direct people.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So level 1, mostly self Reiki. Level 2 is when you start to expand out and give to other beings.
Yes, it is really going upward and expanding outward. So that's why you could tell how this work. So since we're going to the level, we could go level 3. Level 3 is really the one going to the higher chakra, which is going to beyond the physical level. Okay, so it is connecting at the first time your soul group, which is a little higher than just not this physical body, but others. Now, it is depending on your belief system, but we are not just in this flesh. We are connected to the spirit. And then manifesting this embodiment at this moment as time, your spirit belongs to far larger things that it's going to be so many of you. And if you want to make it fresh, so you have a group of you, or much bigger collective you belong to, right? That is where you're tapping into. So level 3 will connect you to the collectives. Collective you belong, it is your membership. So let's say you're connected to obviously your soul group, where you're coming out from, your member, your soul family, soul group, however you want to call it. That is you opening up to that you have access to. So that's a level 3. Now, to me and many other Reiki practitioners, level 3 you'll consider as the highest, because that is the highest level of attunement to be able to tap into the collectives you belong to, which is not just only what you think about, let's say, soul or spirit group. You are also a member of something like Christic collective, many different collective, right? So you could stay there for long time. Now, why are you going to master?
Yeah.
Why are you going to level 4 if it is level 3 is the highest?
Right.
When it's kind of like a Tracey, when you decided, you know what, I like to service to others, and that's when you turn yourself to level 4, which is you're done with your own learning, no more fun. I'm working at this moment. So you are like, you really done, I'm done with all the things you probably did already, right? You probably many incarnation, you did so many things, you're helping and did that, done that. And you are now is going to lead people. I'm going to be teacher. I'm going to guide people. I'm going to be the one holding a space or holding something or guiding people to the better futures. So that is a level 4. You are committed for collective. You are serving for collective and guiding. So that is a level 4. It's a different type of energy that really connect to you and tap yourself into those teaching, the mastering. So you really switch yourself to servicing, service for masses. It's very honorable, and then also not so sometimes fulfilling, because perhaps less recognition because you are not getting farther yourself into. You are watching others to achieve. So
Yeah.
it's very humble kind of that level, that attunement. But hopefully that's going to make a little sense.
Yeah. So if somebody is receiving a Reiki healing session, you can be working with a level 2 practitioner, a level 3 practitioner, or Reiki Master.
Oh, that's totally up to the person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have to be say, trust your feeling, and and flow through it. Because sometimes people has no Reiki experience, could be as healing as a master Reiki. The thing is that certain person go to Tracey, right? Certain person go to somebody because it's guided, because it's an energy match at that time, and it's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not to say that you'll get any better session from a level 3 practitioner or level 2. It's not about that. It's just where the person is in their development or availability of the energy.
I totally agree. Now, I noticed that this some country is very degree oriented.
We all, yeah, they like those letters at the end of their name.
Yes, yes. So some people come to me because I have some degree or the master, and then it's okay if that's part of the belief system that you bought in. Go with it. There's a lot of people, who has that, and you could compare even. You just try and see how that is. Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share about what Reiki is or is not before I get to have a session?
No, I mean, I'm always open to the question and answer. So
yeah, I think we covered most of the basics, and I'm really excited to receive my session today, and then come back and chat about my experience.
Yay!
So before we head to the table, is there anything you need to know from me, or?
No, less is better.
Less is better. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Well, thank you for the session,
You're very welcome.
Makiko. Drinking water is really important after.
Yes, always.
Yeah. Just continues to help us to, I guess, my brain's in Reiki brain. Can you explain to everybody?
I think it's too much for Tracey to conduct an interview after the Reiki session, but it's very honorable. And it's a humble experience for me to provide Reiki to Master. So it is actually a healing experience and a learning experience for me as well. So thank you for presenting yourself today. And there's a lot going on, so please take a time, like drink water, and it takes a couple of days to fully process the body, the mind, and other parts and come together. So it is okay to feel a little disconnected at first.
Every session is so unique and different. Whatever energy needs to be received or channeled or come up, it always is just so divine. And
I also added some pendulum for the people so you could see rather than just looking at my boring hand position.
okay.
Usually I only use for the teaching purpose, but after I use it today, I actually learn from it, so I may want to use more. So what I try to show them before I give Reiki and then after, how the energy system open or shift, and that's what you may see in the camera yourself. And then it is something beautiful things. Well, that's why exactly I could confirm the blockage on a heart chakra, and then I'll be able to work on until it kind of open up.
So thank you. I definitely recommend that you seek out a qualified Reiki practitioner in your area. Anybody can be a Reiki practitioner, so if you just do a good search in your area, if you put
your heart,
Reiki plus the town that you're in,
that would work too.
I think that works for a search, because it's not like with some modalities where there's a website of practitioners listed. You kind of have to look and feel.
Sure. Word of mouth works good.
Word of mouth, yeah.
And then also, I would say majority of my clients are online. So it doesn't necessarily need to be geographically bound.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Because the distance healing works anywhere, anytime, any place. So you can be across the planet and connect through the internet frequencies and receive. So if you're interested in working with Makiko, I'll leave your information for people to connect with you there too. And so just want to thank you again for making that time in your day to connect with me and our viewers for the show, and so eloquently explaining Reiki and what that is, and then if anybody also feels called to start learning, to take a level 1 training, I think both of us offer that.
Yeah.
And of course in your area, look for somebody that also does. But there's some really good stuff in New Jersey.
For sure.
And I do mine in person. Do you do yours in person or virtual?
Interesting. I do both.
Okay.
Yeah, but level 1 you can do online. Level 2, I prefer the people to be on site. Or if it's not on site, you have someone in a pair so you could, practice each other. It's
Yeah.
much better.
It's
So,
much better when you're, yeah. And there is something that happens when people come together.
True.
We have sometimes Reiki shares where multiple practitioners come together to work on each other and also get practice.
Yes.
So you're receiving but practicing. And I've been trying to get, since the pandemic, I've been trying to get that going again.
Yes.
But it's not been easy. People say they want to do it, but then I plan a day and then like nobody comes or nobody can make it that day.
We
So
could do it together.
think
People
we
keep
should.
saying that, please. And then when it is just never just right amount, sometimes too many for pandemic. So I have to put outside and then inside because of that. So it is difficult in terms of logistics. So yeah, we
Right.
could coordinate.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Because everybody keeps saying they want to do it.
Yeah, that's a big request for me. When is
Yeah.
next one? When is next
Yeah.
one? And
Yeah.
we'll see. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm thinking pre-holidays. I'm thinking.
Oh, absolutely.
But thank you for
Yeah,
carving out that time again.
absolutely. Anytime.
And, yeah, anytime you want to do an exchange or
Yeah.
something, we could do
We'll
that.
definitely keep in touch.
Yeah.
Now we know
Now
each
you
other.
know, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. So it's been great. Thank you.
You're very welcome.